Hello, everyone. This is Lisa from Power Wheelchairs for Success. And today we have the start of a new series. Every Friday, I will be posting updates on what is happening to wheelchairs, new inventions, new projects. So we all know that wheelchairs have not gone through any changes since its inception. So that means at least 100, 150, 200 years, the wheelchair in of itself has not changed. So, however, right now there are projects going on all over the place with new projects on redesigning the wheelchair. So I thought it would be a good idea to have a series here every Friday to talk about inventions of wheelchairs and what's going on today. So I'm going to start with the first one, and a lot of us know about it. It's called the Omeo, and the Omeo right now is not considered a medical wheelchair. And I will be posting up there some of the pictures of the Omeo, which many of us know already. Let me give you kind of like a rundown. The Omeo has taken the software or the concept of the Segway. And many of you will remember the Segway when it came out with, the two bars, and you could, go forward or backward, and it would pick up pretty good speed. So anyway, the idea of the Segway has caught on to a couple of different designs, and one of them is the Omeo. Unfortunately, as I just said, it has not been classified yet as a medical wheelchair, and I'm sure it has to do with safety. For right now, I put a question to the company, Omeo, to understand why it is not classified yet as a medical wheelchair. And I'm sure I have an inkling that someday it will. So, the Omeo has been helping a lot of people with their difficulty walking. The Omeo is quite the workhorse in terms of we could say a wheelchair, but it is classified for right now as a personal mobility device. So it's not classified as a medical wheelchair. So I'm going to go through some of the specs so you understand what it looks like and the different designs. All right, so its maximum safe weight capacity is 243 pounds. A minimum safe weight capacity is 88 pounds. The minimum is because, children don't weigh as much, and so for them to be able to move and use their balance to handle the Omeo, they have to have a certain weight to be able to handle the Omeo. So that's the reason why they have a minimum. A travel distance on a single charge is 31 miles. That's unbelievable compared to a power wheelchair, which is about 15 miles. Ground clearance is 3.4 inches. Gradient, and this is really incredible, and I'll tell you why in a second. For gradients, for ramps and things like that, it can handle 20 to 25 degrees incline and about 30 degrees decline, provided there is sufficient traction. So you don't want to slip going down a 30-degree angle. Power wheelchairs can only do between 6 and 10 degrees. So this is quite the challenge there that they put in for the Omeo. Length of footrest to up or down is 29 by 35 inches. Height, backrest, on or off, is 39 by 25 inches. Width, standard off-road, is 25.6 by 34 inches. Seat width is 17 inches. Seat length is 18 inches, which is pretty good for a seat size. Seat back height is 18 inches, which is pretty much the standard. Overall seat height is adjusted from 500 to 566 millimeters, which is 20 to 22 inches. So that's good. Main battery weight times 2 is 22.7 pounds. So that's a little heavier than, almost about the same as a power wheelchair for battery type weight. Auxiliary battery weight times 2 is 4 pounds. Tire diameter, standard off-road, is 3.4 inches. And weight, including batteries total, is 154 pounds. So that is telling me that the Omeo is lighter than my own power wheelchair. My own power wheelchair weighs 204.8 pounds. So they beat me on weight. So, okay. So here there's a little statement in terms of minimum safe weight capacity. There is no warranty for users over 110 kilos, which is over 243 pounds. So, and I'm sure that, it has to do with the responsiveness of the Omeo and speed and distance, all that kind of stuff gets affected when a person goes over that weight. So this is, very, very, very incredible. Again, because insurance does not cover the Omeo, unfortunately, people have had to do fundraisers or save up money, save their pennies to be able to purchase an Omeo. And I would have questions in terms of what would be the benefits, of me having an Omeo versus a power wheelchair. One of them could be distance, but I don't travel that much right now. And, I don't know. I said to, I was in some kind of class or something, and I texted the guy and I said, I would be fearful of falling off the Omeo, quite frankly. And he said, oh, no, you wouldn't. So, and you can schedule a test drive on an Omeo. They are located in several countries, and especially here in the United States. So you can actually test drive it. So that would, so he was saying, oh no, just schedule a test drive and I'll show you why you wouldn't fall off an Omeo. He was all excited, but really, I'm sure I could fall in love with the Omeo, but I can't, I certainly can't purchase one. So I'd really have to do some fundraisers. The Omeo is costing right now between $17,000 and $20,000. So it has a good price tag on it, and for a reason. It appears to be very well made. And even on their page, it says book a trial. So no fears there, or get in touch. So I will post, here, pictures of the Omeo. They have 5 different colors: purple, black, green, light blue, and an orange. So, it's awesome colors. I think they should continue seeking different colors for the Omeo. And it has a lot of features that are great. It has the USB charger right in front, very accessible, a foot plate that goes up and down, front rear lights, self-leveling legs. So I think it has some legs that it can stabilize itself or something. Rotates on its own axis, tie-down points. So tie-down points are where you can hook it down. So like if you're traveling in a van or in a bus or on a train, there are something called Q-straps, which are used to buckle down a wheelchair. So it has its own tie-down points, which is great. They thought of that for safety, and I thank them for that. Storage compartment, multifunctional holder, it's a cup holder. So, what's to complain about? They've put a lot of sweat, tears, and sacrifices into the Omeo. So if you are someone who wants to do a fundraiser or your family wants to pitch in for you to have an Omeo, that would be awesome. I think that the Omeo will continue to be on the market for a long time, and I'm sure it'll go through a little bit more transformations or ideas or things that they'll add. I want to encourage the Omeo company to consider applying for the Omeo to become someday labeled as a medical wheelchair. So we shall see what happens with the life of the Omeo. I think it is a great machine, and I think it has a great future, and I'm sure it is doing well in the market today. So that is the first beginning of our High-Tech Fridays, in which I will seek out, what's going on in the market, what's being created, who is trying to revolutionize the wheelchair today. I think I've spoken about a few models, but, a lot is going on, a lot more is going on. So I think to dedicate some time, a few moments, 12 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes to talk about the new technology that's coming out for wheelchairs is great, and it helps us, and it helps me stay on top of things. Because as I said before in a previous video, the next time you and I go to update or replace our wheelchairs, we might run into something very, very new.